guys, Steve Davis here, Stillwater Woodcraft. I'm out here today working on my half-face shelter, and I decided to look around for something to snack on. I spotted this shagbark hickory. The easy way to identify the shagbark hickory in the fall and winter when there's no leaves on the trees is this shaggy bark, obviously, hence the name shagbark hickory. This tree is a great resource to have in the woods you're running. It's excellent firewood, and this shaggy bark is also known to house large and small brown bats here in Ohio. There's been known to be up to 500 brown bats nesting on one of these hickory trees, and you know, in the summertime that is excellent for keeping control of the mosquitoes around your camp. You know, bats are a great thing to have. But what we're after today is the hickory nut. Okay, now these nuts, as you can see, are starting to turn brown. The brown ones are the ones we want. If we look around here, I can find one that's still got the shell on it. Let's look at that real quick. Okay, you can see it's got 4 sections around it, and once that turns brown, well, this one's going to make a liar out of me. There we go. See, the 4 sections will just peel off. Like that. Then we're down to the shell of the nut. Here's one. Here's one that's nice and white. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our knapsack out of the bottom of our knapsack, and then we're going to collect up as many of these as we think we need. Generally what I find is you got to collect about 3 pounds of whole nuts to get about a pound of meat out of these. So I'm going to go around, collect some of these up, and there's a certain way to bust these that works out the best, so you don't have to do a bunch of picking to get the meat out of it. So I'll gather some of these up, we'll move over to some place where we can work, and we'll bust some of these out. Alright guys, here we are. Got a stump to work on. What I'm going to use is just the pole end of my axe to break these. Now if you look at the shape of these, you can tell which way it grew on the tree. There is a top and a bottom, okay? And then if you look at it at a cross section, or from the bottom, you can see it's kind of football shaped. So what we're going to want to do is hit this on that flatter side down here towards the bottom, kind of right there. Now if we just mash this thing, what we're going to end up with is a bunch of shell and meat mixed together, and it's going to take us forever to get it peeled apart. So we're just going to whack it a couple times. That one didn't break quite the way I wanted it to. As you can see, I can get the meat out of there. Just kind of set it off to the side. And that wasn't the best break in the world. Like I said, you don't want to go mashing it. There we go. Now that meat's coming out. Now that, to me, tastes just like a pecan. It's got a really good flavor to it. You can take your pocket knife and pick them out. You can get the chunks out like that. Something good to, better talk instead of sitting here eating these nuts, I guess. But so you can peel that off right down, find that spot, without whacking my fingers here. Hickory nuts are very thick and tough. It takes a good whack to break them. This one broke a little better. I can peel that meat right out of there. So it's just a little trail snack. Anywhere you find these, you're going to find squirrels. If you can't get a squirrel shot, you always got hickory nuts to eat. So, I'm going to eat a couple of these nuts. It's been Steve Davis, Stillwater Woodcraft. Go pick you some hickory nuts. We'll see you on the next one.